It started out at a coffee shop.
Hold on to me so tight and heat up some coffee ground.
I keep saying starfish and coffee.
Like my sugar with coffee and cream.
She's never really down with coffee shops.
She only drinks coffee at midnight. Coffee is cold, but it...
Good morning, everybody. So happy you're here with me. Welcome to Coffee with Norm, your morning wake-up call. This is where we explore personal, professional, organizational effectiveness and achievement. And today's topic is I'll say this again, really exciting because I love it. It's about building momentum. It's about building momentum not only for organizations, but for individuals. Momentum is everything. And the first thing I look for going into an organization or working with an individual or group of people is, where's the momentum? And you can look at momentum as pushing or starting a train. You've all seen a train start up as slow, right? It takes a lot of energy and effort, and it's real necessary energy and effort to get that going. But once it's going faster and faster and faster, it almost takes on a life of its own, right? And that momentum carries you through all kinds of possible slowdowns or obstacles. It just keeps going. So momentum is everything. And so once you build momentum, everything becomes easier. Growth becomes easier. Success becomes easier. You become an effective and dynamic person and or organization. Dynamic being thrilled and engaged and easy to change and move, etc. So we look at momentum, and often organizations get stuck and individuals get stuck, and it feels like things are not working because they aren't, and it feels like you're in limbo because you kind of are, right? And so things have kind of got stopped, and I call it being stuck on the couch. And it's easy to get stuck on the couch because it feels so freaking good, right? Being on the couch is warm, it's comfy, you feel safe, etc., right? So the couch is a very real place emotionally and mentally. And there's nothing wrong with being on the couch once in a while. We need that little break, but it's no place you want to live because absolutely nothing's happening on that couch. So I'm going to read a quote to you real quick, and this quote's by Bob Dylan. And it's often used by Peter Drucker, who is our modern guru for leadership and management programs and development, et cetera, et cetera. And this is the quote: either you are busy being reborn or busy dying. And I'll say that again: either you are busy being reborn or busy dying, meaning if you're not growing and changing and recreating and regenerating yourself, you're actually going backwards. And that's actually true. Lots of us like to think that we're stopped and we're treading water and, it's okay, we're taking a break. The dilemma with that mindset is that there's no such thing as really taking a break and stopping. Either you're moving forward or you're sliding backwards. Now, the sliding backwards is tough to perceive sometimes because it's a gradual slide, right? But over time, it starts to build up its own momentum as well. And we all know organizations that have gone out of business. It's like you turn your head all of a sudden and they're gone. The slide's been going on for a long, long time. So momentum is huge. And again, you're either moving forward and growing or you're sliding backwards. Again, both for individuals and organizations. So if you're stuck, if you're in limbo, right, that decline's happening. And how do you know, right? How do you know it's happening? How do you know that you are stuck, right? So some things show up as being stuck. For an individual, it feels like you're in limbo. You feel disengaged. And some bad things happen as an individual stuck on the couch. They tend to stop taking care of themselves so much. And life is boring, and things just aren't working. And if you are not careful, many bad habits can start to take place and become part of your normal routine and your behavior patterns. So it's a really tough place and you can't stay there long because it's tough, tough, tough to get out. It's like being stuck to the couch, right? You can't get your butt off. Now, organizations, the same thing. But what happens in organizations is, again, it's boring. It's not dynamic anymore. And there's no energy, no direction. People just go there, ho hum, do their job. They're on automatic, then they go home, etc. And so that's a great clue that your organization's stuck on the couch as a group, right? And that gets a bit more difficult to get engaging again. So really you're looking for engagement, dynamic movement, personality, happiness, being thrilled, etc. And so momentum is invigorating. It feels incredible. You're alive again, right? You're moving forward, you're making things happen. You got stuff going on. It's great to get up every day. So how do we get going again? So if you're stuck on the couch as an individual or as an organization, how do you get going again? So one of the things you need to do is recommit to your vision, your goals, your commitments, your intentions, etc. So now remember that commitment, we spoke about that at the last session, session number 6. Commitment is not just a word, it's an action. Either you commit or you don't. Again, there's no in between here. Commitment is necessary for all huge and great achievements. So you need to recommit to those, recommit to your vision, recommit to your purpose, recommit to your mission, etc. And then you've got something going on here. Now, the hard part is when you recommit to these things that you've been thinking about maybe for years sometimes or planning for years, but you've gotten off that track, they become a daunting thought, or they get a little bit scary to get going again because you kind of didn't make it happen the first time around, you got stuck, and etc. So they start to get in the way of something much bigger than they actually are. So how do you get going again? Remember, you're either busy being reborn or busy dying. So you start getting into action. Now, getting to action doesn't mean these huge leaps and bounds. If you think that's what it is, you're going to stop automatically, both your organization and yourself as an individual. We come into looking at baby steps. Now, you need to create a plan. Planning is imperative to get going. You can't rely on them because it's all about action, right? But you need to plan. I've got a great planning process called Dash Planning, where we break things down into simple steps to get going again. And through those simple steps, those baby steps, if you will, you start to build momentum. And once momentum is going, you can start taking larger steps because it's no longer this huge effort because things are going, things are working for you. So successfully engaged organizations are an amazing place to work at. And you've all probably had some time working at an engaged organization. It is imperative that an organization is dynamic. It's moving, it's alive, it's energized. Same with yourself as an individual. People engage in their life. You can point them out. You see them walking down the street, you talk to them, right? Same thing, they're dynamic, they're energized, and you kind of want to be a part of that. People want to be a part of something energized and bigger than themselves. I invite you all to go make your lives easier today. Go become that ineffective achieving person. So without momentum, things are kind of static and dull and don't really work. And you often have starts and stops and you're just totally ineffective. Momentum is key. Take your baby steps. Get going. Do yourself a favor. You were born to achieve. You're born to be great. Make sure you're doing that. But we all get stuck, so don't beat yourself up. But if you're stuck, time to get going. Start to take those baby steps. Develop that plan, etc., and just hold yourself accountable or have somebody hold you accountable to get that momentum built. Once that momentum is going, it's like a locomotive going like 100 miles an hour. You could just take your foot off the accelerator for a while and just let it go for a while. And that's being on the couch and then back to the accelerator. Go have an amazing day. Go build momentum in your life. I promise you, it's so key. It's amazing. And it's key to you being engaged and thrilled and creating and having the life you want, and perhaps creating and having the career you want, the organization you want, etc. You deserve it. Go make a difference today. The world needs you. I thank you. Have a good time today. Enjoy yourself. You're alive, right? You're special. You're amazing people. If I can be of any help, please reach out to me via my website, strategic.com. Go to the contact page, the Let's Meet page, and drop me a line. We'll set something up. If I can be of any further help, deeper help, go on my website again, explore my different programs, my coaching with Norm, my self-aware leadership programs, and my Shark Factor Dynamic Organizations program. Those are the three basics of our work here, and they're all really amazing, and they've all been really successful. Go have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Again, if I can be of any help, don't be afraid to reach out. I thank you, and I will see you all soon.